Hey, welcome back everyone. It is now January 8th of 2020, and ever since the very end of The Mandalorian Season 2, a lot of fans are now looking forward to Season 3 of the series by Jon Favreau and Dave Filoni. This is Mike Zero. Make sure to subscribe if you are new to the channel for future Star Wars content. Now, one exciting aspect of the future of Star Wars is that yes, we do have George, Jon, and Dave all working together as a team, as I like to call it the Favloni universe, which is going to be a mixture of The Mandalorian, Rangers of the New Republic, The Book of Boba Fett, the Kenobi series, and more. That's really going to give fans a brighter side of the franchise. I myself, most excited about the Ahsoka Tano series. A lot is happening as we speak right now behind the scenes. We'll be getting to that a little bit later. But everything related to Season 3 of The Mandalorian, Jon Favreau really has, a lot of things going on for that actual series. He's also working on the Book of Boba Fett simultaneously. So he's a very busy man, and I think that we all have to give him credit for really being a hard-working creator. Now, with that being said, of course, everything related to The Mandalorian and Lucasfilm's Kathleen Kennedy, alright? We do know that Kathleen Kennedy is only working on The Acolyte with Leslie Headland. Mind you, that is the only show that she is currently working on, and that is it strictly, thankfully. But everything related to Jon Favreau, alright? Jon Favreau is a man with Season 2 at least, who was able to do exactly what he wanted from start to finish. That's exactly why it felt so much like Star Wars. A lot of fans loved all of the key characters, they loved the tone of the overall series, because it borrowed aspects from George Lucas. Now, with that being said, given that The Mandalorian Season 2 is now over, Disney and Lucasfilm are focused on their new projects for the Star Wars franchise moving ahead with Dave Filoni and Jon. It's described, however, that in a recent interview, creator Jon Favreau was able to reveal new details about Lucasfilm's leadership, such as Kathleen Kennedy. Jon Favreau went on to state at one point in time that Kathleen Kennedy at times would have creative differences, not surprising, with the directors on board of the Mandalorian series, and that this would actually cause a bit of setbacks for the production of some of the episodes with Season 1. Jon Favreau went on to state that Kathleen Kennedy would often disagree with his ideas for the character of Din Djarin and the overall direction for his character, and that Favreau also revealed that he and Kathleen Kennedy even ran into creative differences on choosing the title of the series. Favreau unveils that Kathleen Kennedy actually did not like the Mandalorian title at first, since she didn't totally understand that side of the lore of Star Wars, and that Favreau had to actually go out of his way and teach her a bit on what the Mandalorian means and how it connects to the world of Mandalore. So, let's stop right there for 1 second. Now, this, again, it proves that Kathleen Kennedy does not know Star Wars at the end of the day, that she doesn't really know the overall lore of the franchise, that so many creators and fans actually know about. So, you would figure that the president of Lucasfilm, right, the boss of all things Star Wars, would at least have some kind of knowledge with the overall franchise, right? Well, she doesn't, apparently. Apparently, that's exactly why, she even said at one point in time that, so much needs to be done and that there is no source material. The fact that she said that at one point in time, she literally said this, that there was no source material to work from with the Disney version of Star Wars. Basically denying that there is Star Wars Legends, that there are no books, comics, novels, and video games. I mean, how could you forget that there are video games out there as iconic as Rogue One, or not Rogue One, Rogue Squadron, I meant to say. Or, for example, the Old Republic timeline, right? Those video games out there. The books, right? A lot of books by, Lucino were amazing. How could you forget about that? Well, I don't think that Kathleen Kennedy is forgetting, or that she just doesn't know about it. I think that she was deliberately just saying that to create the narrative that there is no Star Wars Legends. That's my belief, at least. Now, everything related to Jon Favreau having to go out of his way to teach her about Mandalore and the Mandalorians in order to convince her to call the show The Mandalorian says a lot. It really does say a lot. It tells us that Kathleen Kennedy really doesn't know what she's doing with the titling of projects. I mean, just look at what happened with The Rise of Skywalker, right? That was all Kathleen Kennedy, by the way, just in case you guys didn't know. That was all Kennedy. Originally, they wanted to do something more unique and something more sounding like it was the very end of the Skywalker saga. Duel of the Fates sounded more like the end of the saga, right? Like it wrapped everything up. The Rise of Skywalker didn't really indicate that. That more so indicated a new beginning in my book. So, like I've said before in the past, guys, I think that Jon Favreau knows what he's doing. I don't think we have to worry about the future, except for what's going on with the Acolyte. And there are bright days ahead for Star Wars, without a doubt. So, with that being said, guys, drop a comment below. Let me know anything about all of this in the comments, and if you guys did enjoy the content for today, do make sure to drop a thumbs up on this video to support the channel. I thank you all so very much for the kind support, and I'll catch you guys next time.
Gun in hand, we are alone again. No, from night to moon, we hear them moans again. No.